So here's a story of authoritarianism you never thought you'd hear in the United States, and it has to do with hospital employees. So get this. Wisconsin judge orders at-will employees to stay at jobs. Huh? What's going on? Well, here we go. In United States labor law, at-will employment is an employer's ability to dismiss an employee for any reason and without warning, as long as the reason is not illegal. Likewise, employees have the right to leave their job at will. It's called an at-will employment. Advocates for at-will employment defend the practice for allowing flexibility in the hiring and firing of employees and allows employees the opportunity to quickly change jobs if better opportunities present itself. Okay. Opponents of at-will employment have criticized at-will employment for favoring bosses and often giving workers the short end of the stick when they are sat down on a Wednesday afternoon and fired without reason or advance notice. A recent court case in Wisconsin has shown the contradictions of at-will employment when a judge ordered workers who wanted to take up new jobs to stay at their current positions. So that the workers wanted to, this is fucking horrible writing, by the way.
This is a hospital.
This writing, and whoever wrote this, listen to this run-on sentence. A recent court case in Wisconsin has shown the contradictions of at-will employment when a judge ordered workers who wanted to take up new jobs to stay at their current. What kind of fucking wording is that?
How about some commas in there?
How about about Jesus Christ? When a judge ordered workers who wanted to take up new jobs to stay at their current positions for the unspecified length of time until their old company could hire replacements. So do you get what you? It's hard. I'll tell you what that means. It's hard to understand what that means. These employees want to quit and go work somewhere else, and a judge ordered them, "No, you got to stay here and work." What?
Yeah. That. By the way, those are healthcare workers. That was like
it's a hospital, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I love that because that's the benefit of our amazing private healthcare system is the doctors aren't slaves because they'd be slaves in Medicare.
That's right.
They had to do Medicare. They're now literally can't quit their, like it's the United Arab Emirates laws for the doctors with our awesome private equity-run hospital system.
Well, Kurt, according to the post-Crescent ThedaCare leaders said, Ascension, I guess that's the hospital, recruited several of ThedaCare's employees from its interventional radiology and cardiovascular team. Timothy Belster, one of the applicants in the dispute, said the pay, the benefits, and the lifestyle options offered by Ascension were better.
Oh.
So look at that. The employees were part of an 11-member interventional radiology and cardiovascular team, really, which can perform procedures to stop bleeding in targeted areas during traumatic injury or restore blood flow to the brain in case of a stroke. Despite the importance of their job, each of the employees was employed at will and thus were under no obligation to stay at their positions. An employer who had an interest in their workers staying at that position could form contracts with their workers to ensure they remain in the position for a fixed time interval, whereas the contract could be renewed. Apparently, relying on court orders is a more convenient alternative. So what they're saying is they could have just given a contract to their workers and kept them on the job that way, but they don't want to do that. They don't want to give them a contract. They don't want to pay them more. They just wanted a court to order them.
This isn't even a COVID thing. This is cardiovascular. It's not like some emergency pandemic thing, right?
No. ThedaCare requested the temporary court injunction claiming what Ascension did puts many communities and patients at risk and could possibly lead to patient diversions that would reduce the quality of aid potential. What the F?
Couldn't you say that about them not making them a competitive offer in our private system?
Yeah. You're the one putting people at risk by not paying your employees better and so you can retain them. That's what I would say. But apparently that judge...
I guess they paid the judge less money.
ThedaCare claims that Ascension poached the workers while Ascension claims the employees applied through open job postings.
They were poached like pheasant or livestock.
Ascension responded that ThedaCare had an opportunity but declined to make competitive counteroffers to retain its former employees. Due to the court battle, the employees missed work at either hospital, creating a lose-lose situation for the patients who could require aid at either hospital. The court ruling has serious implications on workers' rights. While there is a clear concern of how healthcare staff moving from hospital to hospital could impact patient care, 18% of healthcare workers have quit their jobs during the pandemic. In that same poll, 79% of healthcare professionals said shortages have affected them and their workplace. Morning Consult found that 31% of the remaining healthcare workers have considered leaving their employer, while the American Association of Critical Care Nurses found that 66% of acute and critical care nurses have thought about quitting nursing entirely.
Wow.
It's a nice system we have here. It's a nice system. Because we have a system that's for profit for a handful of people. And that's where we put our resources, to wherever they can make the most profit. We don't have a system that puts our resources where we have a greater need. It's all about profit, which is not healthcare. Yeah, Kurt, you wanted to say it?
Well, the really sad thing is this was all covered years ago on the hit show Scrubs, but we didn't listen at the time.
The stories are all the same. Healthcare workers are burnt out, tired of long hours and the worst of conditions, of dealing with the runaway pandemic almost on their own, or of seeing their friends and coworkers contract the same virus and die. In the end, the healthcare heroes the media put on a 20-second pedestal do not even get raises or promotions.
Hey, let's bang our pans together and give them a round of, let's give them a round of pans, everyone.
Here, go pay your rent with this. With the dangerous ruling in Wisconsin, are we entering a new norm where healthcare workers will be chained to their desks to perpetually clean up the mess that is the dysfunctional healthcare sector? Particularly dangerous in the Wisconsin ruling has no remunerated timetable.
I know you're perplexed by their
fucking
punctuation.
The fucking wording in this thing is so like the person. It's his third language, or if a Martian landed here and learned English, that's how you would talk. This is not how normal people talk or write. Particularly dangerous is the Wisconsin ruling has no enumerated timetable. What the honest? I bet you that person's got to be from another country.
I mean, that doesn't have punctuation?
Particularly dangerous is the Wisconsin ruling. Is that the Wisconsin ruling?
Yeah.
You should just start with
it
the
should
Wisconsin
be, is
ruling.
That the...
Yeah, the Wisconsin ruling is dangerous because it has no enumerated timetable. The workers are marooned at their old job with poor pay and few benefits until their miser of a boss, who did not even offer a counteroffer to these very same employees when they opted to go elsewhere, can find new employees.
I think I have a solution for everyone.
What is
I heard about some hardworking little girls that sold cookies, and they'd be glad to have that money.
Maybe some of those workers could teach a creative writing class over at the newspaper.
At the mountain.
If ThedaCare will not offer competitive wages in a labor drought, they should not be able to use the court to turn at-will employers into their corvée labor. What does corvée mean? C-O-R-V-E-E? Oh, it's always nice when they use words no one knows what they mean.
Boy, this guy really earned...
That is not effective writing. I'm just telling you, using words no one knows. Nobody... that you have a master's...
a day's unpaid labor owed by a vassal to his feudal lord.
Okay. At-will employees without the at-will is truly the worst and most grotesque situation for workers. They are chained to their desks when the boss needs to, and they are fired at will when the boss does not need them anymore. All right. I want to first applaud the Mountain for covering the story so I could have some facts to go off of. So thanks for doing that. So I don't want to shit on them. I feel bad now that I did that. So thank you to the Mountain for covering that. Here's U.S. News. New York may tap National Guard to replace unvaccinated healthcare worker. Just to let you know. Just to let you know what's going on. What do you think about that, Kurt? What do you think about that story?
It's like I was watching, on Scrubs when the girl from Scrubs was going to leave to go to private practice because that's how you make any money, and they were mad like she's a sellout because they get treated like Amazon warehouse workers working in a hospital. That's really next level, though. That's got to be some kind of local.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't understand on a legal level how that could be allowed at all. I guess Wisconsin has a history of kind of being anti-labor, right?
I don't know about that. I don't know about Wisconsin's history. I thought they were a strong blue state for a long time, and then they went with Walker. Yeah. Walker then started screwing everybody. Yeah, he came in and he was certainly anti-labor, anti-union, anti-everything. We added a second show January 26th in Raleigh, and we're going to be in Philadelphia on February 20th. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all our tickets. And while you're there, become a premium member. Get access to all our premium videos.